Ladies and gentlemen, imagine waking up every morning with a sense of purpose so strong, so clear, that it drives every decision you make. Now, picture yourself living a life where your actions don't just bring you success, they leave a lasting impact on the world. That's what aiming for significance is all about. It's about moving beyond the ordinary and striving for something greater, something that will echo long after you're gone. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but where do I even begin? Well, let me tell you, it's not as complicated as it seems, but here's the truth. If you want to live a life that truly matters, you need to stop chasing empty goals. Stop getting caught up in just surviving and just getting by. It's time to think bigger, to think about how you can make a real difference. The secret to crafting a life of significance isn't just about doing, it's about being. So stick with me for the next few minutes, because what I'm about to share will not only change the way you look at your life, it will give you the blueprint for living a life that actually means something. Let's dive in. When you set out to aim for significance, the first thing you need to do is understand your purpose. The most important question you can ask yourself is, why am I here? It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, but if you're truly going to make an impact, you need to have a clear sense of direction. Too many people wake up every day with no clear purpose. They're living for the next paycheck, the next vacation, the next promotion. But none of these things will give you lasting fulfillment or significance. If you're not living with purpose, you're just existing. And there's a big difference between the two. When you find your purpose, everything changes. It's like putting on a pair of glasses for the first time and realizing that the world has been blurry all along. Your purpose becomes the lens through which you view everything: your goals, your decisions, your challenges, and your relationships. It's what keeps you grounded when life gets tough. It's what fuels your passion when the days feel long. And it's what pushes you forward when things get difficult. A purpose-driven life isn't just about achieving success, it's about fulfillment. It's about waking up every day knowing that you're doing something meaningful, something that aligns with who you are at your core. Think about the people who've had the greatest impact in history. What set them apart wasn't just their ability to achieve, it was their deep understanding of their purpose and the drive to fulfill it, no matter the cost. They had a vision that went beyond themselves, a mission that was bigger than any personal gain or obstacle. But finding your purpose isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey of self-discovery that takes time. It requires you to look deep within yourself and ask hard questions. What are my passions? What makes me feel alive? What would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? Sometimes you have to explore different paths, try different things, and make mistakes to figure out what your purpose truly is. Don't be afraid to fail along the way. It's part of the process. Each failure teaches you something valuable about yourself and your path forward. Once you've identified your purpose, it becomes your compass. It helps you navigate through the distractions, the setbacks, and the noise of everyday life. It's the fuel that powers your drive and the light that guides you when you feel lost or uncertain. When you have a clear purpose, every action you take becomes a step closer to making a difference. Your purpose gives you the strength to push through the tough times, to rise after you've been knocked down, and to keep going when everyone else is telling you to quit. Most people never take the time to discover their purpose. They go through life aimlessly, never truly living up to their potential. But you don't have to be like most people. You have the power to find your purpose, to align your life with it, and to make an impact that will resonate for years to come. When you know your purpose, you stop living for the weekend or for the next vacation. You start living for something greater, something that will leave a lasting legacy. Your purpose is the foundation of everything you do. It's the key to living a life of significance. It doesn't matter where you start, what your background is, or what your circumstances are. What matters is that you find that one thing that lights a fire inside of you. Once you find it, hold on to it with everything you'll achieve in life. Once you've discovered your purpose, the next step in aiming for significance is learning how to prioritize what really matters. The world is full of distractions, and if you're not intentional with your time and energy, it's easy to get caught up in things that don't align with your goals. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, but how you use those hours can make all the difference in the world. Most people spend their time reacting to life instead of proactively shaping it. They wake up, go to work, check their phone, scroll through social media, and before they know it, the day is over. They don't take time to stop and ask, what am I doing right now that aligns with my purpose? How is this contributing to my bigger vision? You have to make a conscious decision to prioritize what matters most to you. It's about focusing on the things that are directly tied to your purpose and eliminating the distractions that don't serve you. Too many people chase after shallow goals like more money, more likes on social media, or superficial approval from others. These things are temporary and they don't provide real fulfillment. When you aim for significance, you have to take a hard look at what you're investing your time and energy into. Are you focusing on the things that will actually help you leave a lasting impact? Or are you just busy? This is where clarity comes into play. When you know your purpose, you can easily identify what aligns with it and what doesn't. You stop spreading yourself too thin, trying to do everything for everyone, and instead focus your efforts on the areas that will have the most significant impact, whether it's your career, relationships, health, or personal growth. It's essential to prioritize the things that contribute to your overall vision. You don't need to say yes to every opportunity that comes your way. And you don't need to follow every trend just because it's popular. The most successful and impactful people are the ones who learn how to say no to things that don't align with their long-term goals. Prioritization also involves taking responsibility for how you spend your time. If you're going to aim for significance, you need to understand that time is your most valuable resource. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. So how do you want to spend it? Are you wasting it on things that won't help you grow? Or are you investing it in activities that bring you closer to your purpose? The answer will determine whether you're just living or truly making a difference. In addition to managing your time, you also have to focus on your energy. Some tasks and people will drain you, while others will fuel you. You need to be conscious of where you direct your energy. When you're working towards something meaningful, you'll need to conserve your energy for the things that matter. That means saying no to unnecessary drama, negativity, and people who aren't aligned with your goals. If you spend all your time and energy on things that don't serve your purpose, you'll find yourself burnt out and discouraged. But when you channel your energy into what truly matters, you'll find that you not only achieve more, but that you enjoy the process as well. Prioritizing what matters isn't easy. It requires discipline, focus, and a clear understanding of your goals. But the rewards are worth it. When you spend your time and energy on the things that align with your purpose, you're not just living day to day. You're building a life that will leave a legacy, a life that has real meaning. The world is filled with distractions, but when you prioritize what matters, you make sure that your life stands for something bigger than yourself. To truly aim for significance, it's not enough to simply know your purpose and prioritize your time and energy. You must also commit to a mindset of continuous growth. The journey to creating a life of significance is ongoing, and the only way to ensure that you're moving closer to your goals is by constantly pushing yourself to improve. Growth isn't something that happens automatically. It requires deliberate effort, a willingness to learn, and a commitment to overcoming obstacles. A mindset of continuous growth means adopting the belief that you can always do better. It's about understanding that no matter how much you achieve, there's always more to learn and more to become. Too often, people reach a certain level of success and then plateau. They think they've arrived and stop pushing themselves. But the truth is, that's when the real work begins. Life doesn't stop changing, and if you're not growing, you're falling behind. You see, the world is always evolving. New opportunities are emerging, new challenges are arising, and new technologies are being developed. If you're not committed to growing and adapting, you risk being left behind. This is especially true if you're striving for significance, because leaving a lasting impact requires being ahead of the curve. To do that, you need to develop the ability to learn from every experience, whether it's a success or a failure. You need to look at every situation as an opportunity to expand your knowledge and skill set. But growth doesn't come without discomfort. In fact, it's often the discomfort that signals real growth. Think about the times when you've stepped out of your comfort zone. Maybe it was a new job, a challenging project, or even a difficult conversation. Those moments were tough, but they pushed you to evolve. They forced you to develop new strengths and discover what you're truly capable of. If you're constantly comfortable, you're not growing. Growth requires you to stretch beyond what you think you can do, to embrace the unknown, and to take risks. Another key aspect of continuous growth is seeking out feedback and mentorship. There's no shame in admitting that you don't know everything. In fact, one of the most powerful ways to grow is by surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, who see things from a different perspective, and who have more experience in areas where you're still learning. Seeking out feedback from others allows you to see your blind spots and refine your approach. It gives you the tools you need to become better, faster, and more effective. The growth mindset also requires you to reframe failure. Too many people see failure as the end of the road, but in reality, it's just part of the process. Every time you fail, you're given an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to try again with more wisdom. In fact, some of the most significant achievements in history came from failures. Every successful person has encountered setbacks, but what sets them apart is their ability to rise from failure, learn from it, and keep moving forward. If you're committed to growth, you don't see failure as a defeat. You see it as a lesson. Continuous growth also means staying curious. Curiosity is the fuel that drives innovation and progress. It keeps your mind sharp and open to new ideas. Never stop asking questions, exploring new avenues, or challenging the status quo. It's the curiosity that propels you to search for deeper meaning in your work and life, to find better solutions, and to create things that matter. Lastly, growth is about consistency. It's not enough to just try something new once in a while. To make a real difference, you have to commit to growth every day. Small, consistent actions lead to big results over time. It's the daily habits, the continuous effort, and the persistent pursuit of improvement that will ultimately lead you to a life of significance. Success isn't about one big breakthrough. It's about the steady, deliberate steps you take each day toward becoming the person you were meant to be. A mindset of continuous growth is the foundation of living a significant life. It ensures that you're always moving forward, always improving, and always striving to make a bigger impact. So if you want to leave a lasting legacy, commit to growth. Because the more you grow, the more you have to give, and the more significant your life becomes. In the pursuit of significance, it's essential to understand that challenges and setbacks are not only inevitable, but they are also some of the greatest opportunities for growth. Life isn't going to be a straight path. There will be obstacles, difficulties, and moments that feel like the world is pushing you down. But the difference between those who succeed and those who fall short isn't about avoiding those challenges. It's about how you handle them. When you aim for significance, you have to shift your mindset to view obstacles as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Challenges are often viewed negatively, but in reality, they are the moments that test your resolve and fortify your character. Without challenges, there would be no need for innovation, no need for problem solving, and no room for growth. If you want to leave a legacy, you must embrace the fact that adversity is a part of the process. The road to significance will be filled with difficulties, and the ones who push through them are the ones who make a difference. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but the real test of your commitment to your purpose comes when things get tough. One of the most powerful ways to overcome challenges is by developing resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to recover quickly, and to keep moving forward even when things aren't going your way. It's about having the mental and emotional strength to push through the hard times. When you develop resilience, you become unstoppable. No matter how many obstacles come your way, you will always find a way to keep going. And the best part is, every challenge you overcome makes you stronger. It teaches you lessons that help you navigate future obstacles with even more confidence and wisdom. Another critical factor in overcoming challenges is perspective. When life presents difficulties, it's easy to get discouraged and focus on how unfair or difficult the situation is. But successful individuals understand that challenges aren't personal attacks. They're part of the process. They understand that challenges are an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to develop the skills needed to move forward. It's all about how you choose to view the situation. When you shift your perspective and see challenges as opportunities for growth, you take away their power to defeat you. Instead of dwelling on the negative, you focus on the positive lessons and growth that can come from them. The truth is, setbacks don't define you. How you respond to them does. It's easy to let failure define you, to believe that one bad experience means you can't succeed. But those who aim for significance understand that failure is not the end, it's a part of the journey. Every time you face a setback, you have a choice. You can either give up or you can rise up. Choosing to rise up in the face of failure is what separates those who make a difference from those who fall by the wayside. Another important aspect of overcoming challenges is learning how to persevere when the going gets tough. Perseverance is the ability to continue working toward your goals despite the obstacles and difficulties you may face along the way. It's about keeping your eyes on the bigger picture and understanding that the struggles you're going through now are temporary. When you commit to persevering, you understand that success doesn't come overnight. It takes time, effort, and determination. But each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. When you push through challenges, you also build credibility and trust with others. People respect those who can persevere through difficult situations. They admire the strength, the grit, and the determination it takes to keep going when things aren't easy. And when you show others that you can overcome adversity, you inspire them to do the same. Your resilience becomes contagious, and you become a source of motivation for those around you. In the end, the challenges you face will shape you into the person you need to be to make a real impact. They will teach you valuable lessons, build your strength, and prepare you for the even greater challenges ahead. So, when obstacles come your way, remember, they are not the end, they are the means by which you will grow, evolve, and ultimately leave your mark on the world. The key is not to avoid challenges, but to face them head on with the mindset that every setback is an opportunity to move closer to your greater purpose. When you're aiming for significance, it's essential to understand the power of persistence and consistency. You can have the best ideas, the most remarkable talents, and the greatest vision in the world, but if you don't follow through consistently, all of that potential is wasted. Success is not a result of a single moment of brilliance or an overnight change. No, it's about the daily grind, the consistent effort, and the perseverance to keep going even when the results aren't immediate. Consistency is the silent force that propels you towards your goals, day in and day out. Let me tell you something. Success doesn't happen in a flash. It's a long journey of staying focused and committed to your goals, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. So many people get discouraged because they don't see quick results. They try something maybe for a few months, and then when they don't see immediate success, they quit. But I'm telling you, the people who truly leave a lasting legacy are the ones who stick with it. It's the ones who wake up every day and put in the work, even when no one is watching, even when they're not seeing immediate rewards. That's what creates real change. If you want to aim for significance, you have to understand that the little things add up over time. The small, consistent actions you take every day are what lead to big results in the long run. Think about it. It's not the big, flashy moments that make a person successful. It's the tiny, seemingly insignificant actions that they do day after day that build the foundation for real success. Whether it's working on a project, learning a new skill, or building a relationship, the work you do in the quiet moments shapes your future. It's about creating a routine of progress, even when progress feels slow or invisible. Here's the thing, persistence is key. You will face setbacks. You will face challenges. You will face moments where you question if it's all worth it. But when you stay consistent and keep pushing forward, even in the face of adversity, you're building something that cannot be taken away from you. You're strengthening your resilience, developing discipline, and proving to yourself that you're capable of achieving more than you ever thought possible. Consistency also has a compounding effect. Think about saving money. If you put a small amount into a savings account every month, over time that money grows. The same principle applies to your personal and professional growth. Every small effort, every consistent action you take adds up and compounds to create massive results. It's easy to dismiss small actions as insignificant, but if you keep showing up and doing the work, you'll eventually look back and realize just how far you've come. Another key aspect of persistence and consistency is staying true to your purpose, even when the journey feels hard. It's easy to get distracted by shiny new opportunities, but the real secret to success is sticking to the plan. There's no magic formula. Just keep doing the right things day after day, and you'll eventually reap the rewards. When you're chasing significance, you can't afford to be distracted by the noise. You have to stay focused on the bigger picture and trust that the consistent effort you put in will eventually pay off. Ultimately, aiming for significance means committing to the long haul. It means dedicating yourself to your purpose day in and day out, even when it seems like no one is noticing. It's about waking up every day with the intention to move forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. If you can build the habit of consistency, you will be unstoppable. Because here's the truth. The people who create the most significant impact are the ones who simply refuse to quit. They push through the rough days, stay focused on their goals, and continue to show up. And over time, their persistence compounds, leading them to create something that truly matters. When you set out to aim for significance, one of the most crucial aspects is developing a mindset that embraces continuous growth. A mindset that recognizes that no matter where you are right now, there's always room for improvement. Growth is not just about gaining new knowledge or skills. It's about continuously pushing your boundaries, evolving your thinking, and becoming a better version of yourself every single day. You have to understand that aiming for significance requires you to never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop pushing yourself beyond your limits. The first step in cultivating this growth mindset is to let go of the idea that you have to have everything figured out right away. Many people are afraid of making mistakes, thinking that if they fail, they will never succeed. But let me tell you, mistakes are not failures. They are lessons in disguise. Every time you fail or make a mistake, you've just learned something new. Growth is about learning from those mistakes and using them as stepping stones to move forward. If you stay stuck in the fear of failure, you'll never grow. But if you embrace the learning process, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. Another important element of a growth mindset is the ability to accept criticism and feedback. I know it's hard to hear negative things about yourself, but let me tell you, feedback is a gift. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. If you want to aim for significance, you need to seek out feedback from others, whether it's from mentors, peers, or even your audience. The most successful people are the ones who are always looking for ways to improve. They never get comfortable with where they are, and they are never too proud to learn from others. If you're serious about growth, you have to adopt a mindset that actively seeks opportunities to improve. Growth also means challenging your own limitations. Often we set boundaries for ourselves based on what we believe is possible. We get comfortable in our own routines and start to accept that this is as far as we can go. But if you want to create significance, you have to break through those self-imposed barriers. You have to question what you believe is possible and aim higher than you think you can reach. Growth happens when you stretch beyond your comfort zone and push past what you thought were your limits. It's about constantly asking yourself, how can I be better? How can I do more? How can I expand my horizons? A key part of growth is also the ability to stay humble and recognize that you don't have all the answers. There's always something new to learn, whether it's a new skill, a different perspective, or a new way of thinking. Being open to learning is what keeps you in a constant state of growth. When you become complacent or stop trying to improve, you stop progressing. But when you adopt a mindset of growth, you remain curious, eager to learn, and excited about the opportunities that lie ahead. The world is full of knowledge and experiences that can help you grow, and the more you embrace that, the more you will accomplish. Lastly, growth requires patience. You won't become great overnight, and you won't reach significance in a matter of days or months. It takes time, effort, and dedication. But if you are consistently pushing yourself to grow, learning from your mistakes, accepting feedback, and challenging your limits, you will get there. The key is to trust the process and understand that every step forward, no matter how small, is a part of the larger journey toward greatness. Aiming for significance means committing to never stop growing. It's about becoming better every day, challenging yourself to go beyond what you thought was possible, and being open to learning from every experience, both good and bad. Embrace the growth process, and you'll be amazed at the impact you can make. It's not about being perfect, it's about being willing to evolve, adapt, and constantly strive to become the best version of yourself. And that, my friends, is the path to real significance.